with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
Welcome, everybody, to the Sun State's only true, authentic sports talk radio show where we focus on the teams and the topics that are important to you, the sports fan in the state of Florida. Welcome to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. I am Bianchi, Mike Bianchi, sports columnist of the Orlando Sentinel. That man right over there is Brandon Kravitz, the hardest working man in sports media, the prodigy of production, primetime Jaden Grime. He's on the other side of the glass, pressing all the buttons, making us sound good. We are live in Orlando, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, and all points in between on the iHeartRadio app. We want to hear from you throughout the course of the show. You can enter the Rage Cage on the iHeart app. Just hit that talkback microphone at the bottom of the screen and rage away. You can also hit us up on the text line 50857. Kravitz. What are we raging about today?
We're going to rage about social media. I'm going to give you more intel on where that thought process came from in the next segment. But if you want to start laying into us, enter the Rage Cage, rant away on the things that trouble you or bother you about social media.
What doesn't bother me?
You know, one thing
about social media.
One thing that doesn't bother me right now is this fancy new camera I've got. I'm looking fresh here on the stream. It's nice and tight.
How do I look? Good. How do I look?
You look fantastic.
Yeah,
that bald head of yours has never been shinier than it is today. Go and find us on our YouTube channel, streaming live right now as we speak. I've had several people reach out since we've started doing this. They actually watch our show on their smart TV on YouTube. I think it's the coolest thing.
High def? We're in high def?
I believe so.
Wow.
No standard definition for this crew.
Wow. All right, let's get to some highlights and some headlines. Aaron Judge, here come the Judge, hit a tying homer, drove in 4 runs last night as the Yankees stave off elimination by rallying past the Blue Jays 9-6 in Game 3 of their AL Division Series. Here comes the Judge.
Here's the pitch. High fly ball, deep left field. Down the left field line, it is off the fair pole. Hey now, hey now. Hey now, 3-run homer, Aaron Judge. This game is tied at 6-6.
Wow. Meanwhile, the Seattle Mariners are on the brink of a spot in the AL Championship Series for the first time in 24 years. The Mariners beat the Tigers 8-4 last night on the strength of this Cal Raleigh home run.
The stretch and the pitch. Swinging a well-hit ball deep into the gap in left center field. This one is going, and goodbye baseball. Cal Raleigh with a home run the other way into the Mariners bullpen.
The big dumper getting it done. Kravitz, I hope it's the Mariners and the Yankees in the ALCS. Let's face it, the Mariners are beloved. They're the darlings of baseball right now with the big dumper and the fact that they haven't ever been to a World Series. The Yankees are hated, obnoxious New Yorkers. So, come on. We want the Mariners and the Yankees, do we not?
I think the Mariners are a great story, but I'm not so dismissive on the Detroit Tigers. When's the last time they won a World Series?
They've won World Series. They've been to World Series at least. Unlike the Mariners, who've never been.
They have Cal Raleigh. That's a great story. I think there are likable characters on the Tigers as well. So that one I'm okay with. I'm kind of cool storyline wise with whoever comes out of that particular divisional series. I need to look this up. Well, I think the World Series, a World Series win for the Tigers hasn't happened since the 80s.
Okay. Yeah, they won it with Alan Trammell, I think, was on that.
1984 was the last time. Prior to, they have 4 in their history. The last one was in 84.
Okay. The Mariners have none in their history. In fact, the Mariners have never gone. So let them go.
As long as it's not the Yankees. Right. Although I do like what they did last night. I'll be honest, I was pretty locked into baseball last night. The Mariners-Tigers game was really entertaining, and then I flip over. Blue Jays are up 6-1 in the third, and I thought, all right, I'm just going to go to bed.
Yeah, the Yankees came back.
I missed the whole and they started their comeback like right then and there too. It wasn't like they waited until the end of the game. Impressive performance.
Speaking of baseball, the new owners of the Tampa Bay Rays said during their inaugural press conference yesterday they are committed to fielding a winning team and to building a new ballpark that would secure the franchise's long-term future in the region. The head of the ownership group, Patrick Zalupski, the Jacksonville developer, said the ownership's goal is to have a new ballpark in Tampa Bay ready for opening day 2029. He said the Rays are open to any viable locations in the area that meet the group's criteria. Key phrase there, the group's criteria. The criteria is that the site includes roughly 100 acres that would support retail shops, bars, restaurants, and other amenities, along with a domed ballpark. Kravitz, I've got a new theory. I think the baseball team is secondary in this ownership group, all right? I think the guy, Patrick Zalupski, who was a developer by trade, bought the team so he could get his grubby little mitts on 100 acres of prime downtown Tampa real estate to develop. Yeah, it's nice to have a baseball team, but give me the land. Your thoughts?
You got to find a way if you're going to do that. And the Zalupski group is certainly smart enough to figure this out. You can't just put anything around a baseball stadium that right now is drawing flies and expect that to crank out money for you. So if they're looking at this as a money-making opportunity and using the land, I think they might just put apartments around the baseball stadium because it seems like those are always filling up. So just put a bunch of housing complex right there around the stadium. Yeah. If you just put a bunch of bars, like is that really going to get you to where you want to be?
Restaurants, I'm sure there will be housing, some sort of condominium complex.
But like that kind of stuff sounds good. The Rays attendance does not support.
Yeah, but if it's in downtown Tampa.
Downtown Tampa is a different story.
Right.
But if we're talking about St. Pete.
Yeah, they're not going to.
You're just buying up land that you just have nice buildings surrounding the stadium years down the road.
They're not going to be in St. Pete. Let's face it. They're just not.
We have Grade the Take coming up later in the show, and I got one about this exact story that I want you to grade. But I think yours, the land development, that's an A+ take right there.
Speaking of state teams, my Florida Panthers kicked off their season last night by raising the banner, a second consecutive Stanley Cup banner down there in South Florida. They also, by the way, beat the Chicago Blackhawks last night. Kravitz, admit it. You didn't even know hockey season had begun, did you?
Of course I did. It was on during the show yesterday.
It was.
We have a TV in studio, and Jaden goes, "Why is there hockey on right now?" I think this is the start of the season right here. They're on at 4:00 in the afternoon. If that had not happened, the only other reason I would have known is because of that baseball broadcaster that said he wasn't going to watch it. I like hockey. I'm not trying to dismiss the great sport of hockey. I, like most people, am a casual postseason viewer. I do think hockey, they need to start thinking about different ways to start their season because it's pretty lackluster, especially where you consider where they are in the
Why were they
order.
Playing at 5:00 yesterday afternoon?
I don't mind the early start. If you're gonna do that, do what baseball does. Lean into that. We're getting going at noon.
Okay, but
why then play all day?
But why would the Stanley Cup champions
be on at 5:00 in the afternoon?
5:00 in South Florida, where it takes people forever to get around down there.
Didn't stop attendance. They were loaded yesterday.
Yeah.
So that didn't hurt. But in terms of attention paid, I think you're better off. I really like the idea of creating a day-long marathon to open up your season. So it's like they're almost there, but they didn't go all the way with it.
Who says we don't talk hockey?
Yeah.
Huh? Who says that?
Yeah. How about that? Take that, Connor Verhage. Ever heard of him?
How did Bob do last night? My man. Sergei Bobrovsky. Huh?
Well, I mean, once they got down to closing time, he said, no more. Okay. There'll be no more of this. 0 goals scored by the Blackhawks in the third period.
Man, I am still into my Panthers. I'm feeling a three-peat.
We would definitely keep talking about this, but we have to go to commercial break. Okay. Up next, our daily source of motivation and inspiration, plus a look at our top story of the day. Don't go anywhere.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
Shout out to our very new partners, brand new partners, Tools Ace Hardware, my go-to shop for all of my grilling and home maintenance needs. Be sure to tune in the day after every Magic game for the Tools Ace Hardware Assist of the Night, delivered by me, Brandon Kravitz. And if you're gearing up for game day, Tools Ace is your MVP for grilling greatness. From Big Green Eggs to Traegers, they've got everything you need to fire up the flavor with 14 Central Florida locations, including their brand new store in downtown Windermere. Tools Ace is your neighborhood home maintenance expert, the helpful place, your go-to stop before the game. Visit toolsacehardware.com.
Okay, fellas, let's be real. If your wife or girlfriend isn't herself lately, if she's tired, cranky, no interest in sex, you know it's not her fault. And if you're walking around foggy, low energy, low sex drive, it's not just you getting older. It's your hormones, both of you. That's why I want you to call Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness. This is where couples go when they want to feel alive again. This isn't one of those cookie cutter clinics you see at the strip malls where they give you a testosterone shot in the butt and send you on your way. The difference is Dr. John Carrazella. He's an internationally acclaimed, Yale-trained doctor who gave up a successful career as an orthopedic surgeon to focus on hormone health. He's helped thousands of couples get their mojo back, to feel sharp, sexy, and actually excited to be around each other again. And fellas, trust me, when she starts feeling better, everything changes for both of you. So stop toughing it out and start living again, and do it together. Go to hormonesandwellness.com. That's hormonesandwellness.com for all the information. It's a gift that will truly last a lifetime.
Now, it's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, Bills. That's Bills. Enter it now online at 969thegame.com.
Afternoon traffic slowly piling up in some familiar areas on the major roadways, some congestion on I-4 through the city, delays on I-4 between Dr. Phillips and through that amusement park area. There's a crash on Ronald Reagan Boulevard near Dog Track Road getting cleared up. Look out for an accident on State Road 436 near Grant Road there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay, things people love.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at progressive.com.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers Only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
Wow, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC. If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Orlando.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Don't get haunted by roof leaks this hurricane season. Eustace Roofing's spectacular savings event gives you $1,500 off your roof replacement. Florida weather won't wait. Why should you? Schedule now at eustaceroofing.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $600 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
This week on United States of Kennedy, the podcast.
Teamsters President Jimmy Hoffa once promised to break both of Bobby Kennedy's arms.
Bobby, JFK's attorney general, wanted to take down the mob, starting with Hoffa.
This is Bobby trying to get the world to care about him, which explains all this passion and anger going into this, even though it's still kind of ineptly handled.
Each week, we dive into our cultural fascination with the Kennedy dynasty.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search United States of Kennedy, and listen now.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot fast and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The new home for the Miami Dolphins is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeartRadio app. Just search 96.9 The Game. To Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Rocking and rolling on a hump day Wednesday. Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz is back. AM 930 in Jacksonville is how you can find us. FM 96.5 The Spear in Tallahassee, and right here, home base, FM 96.9 The Game in Orlando. Streaming everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. We are asking for you to enter the Rage Cage today on all things social media. We got some texts on that already. Want your talkbacks, and Bianchi and I will also layer in some of our opinions on that as well. But right now, let's get it going with our daily coach quote of the day, our daily source of motivation and inspiration. And today's comes from what I assume is a monk, because this feels like the kind of advice you'd get from a monk. A gift you can give to yourself right now. Stop what you're doing. Close your eyes, unless you're driving on the highway, for the next 60 seconds and just breathe. Breath is free.
In through the nose, out through the mouth.
There you go.
In through the nose, out through the mouth. And you also want to go,
Allow your breath to follow The flow as if it were waves hitting the shore. In goes the tide, out goes the tide.
Goes the toxins. In goes the tide, out go the toxins.
See that? Don't you already feel better about the day
You
right
always
there?
feel good when I get in the steam room at the gym. I do some deep breathing, meditational type stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to do. We mentioned Nick Saban yesterday. He was our daily coach quote of the day. One of the things that he said in one of the many inspirational speeches that he's given at podiums or just talking to teams is he always says, be where your feet are. It's something that I try and remind myself of on a regular basis. Just be where your feet are. It's so easy to get distracted, which leads us to our rage cage topic of the day, which is social media. And part of the reason why it's so important to keep that thought in your mind of be where your feet are is there have never been more distractions in this world than there are right now. And social media creates a lot of that. My rage on this is just towards myself because I will catch myself with things to do going, with a 2-second gap where I check my phone, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, and then the next thing I know, 10 minutes has gone by. I forgot what I was doing in the first place, and now I've completely derailed this portion of my day because of social media. It annoys me to no end. So I try and catch myself, but I'm certainly not batting 1,000.
You want my rage on social media? One of my many? Here's number one.
When people take pictures of their food.
Well, that goes without saying, okay? That goes without saying. But my number, and I think it has contributed to the downfall of the American workplace, all right? I'll just give you a little story, all right? I used to have a roommate. This was 3-4 years ago. Had a roommate who was from Asia, all right? And he was a civil engineer at a firm in Orlando, a civil engineer, all right? And he was my roommate for a couple years, and then he was going to move back to Asia, all right? To Asia. And I go, well, how'd you like it working over here? And he goes, I didn't like it. And I go, why didn't you like it? He goes, because everybody's on social media in the office instead of working. Everybody is on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, whatever, and they're sitting at their computers on social media and they're not working. And he goes, that's why China has surpassed America as a product developer in the world.
Wow.
So yeah, I
moved out of the country for that.
Well, no, he was going to go back anyway, but that contributed to him moving back because he thought it was. He also said people get ahead in the workplace over here, not by working hard and doing a good job, but by schmoozing in the office.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's my rant against social media. I think it's contributed to the downfall of the American workplace.
It definitely hasn't helped. I think social media has done a lot of positives. I think for the most part, I can only speak for myself that I think if I mostly use it as a tool for things that communicating, sharing things that help what we do for a living. I feel like in our line of work, we kind of have to be on social media. It helps. I don't know a lot of people that have made it in media that aren't on social media. And it's literally in the title of what it is we're talking about. But if you don't use it as a tool, if Franz Wagner mentioned this, I think he'd mentioned it to Kelly Velez at Media Day. This was very wise of him for a youngster. Tristan De Silva said it when he was sitting down with us. Right. He says he doesn't even use it. But the line from Franz was, you have to use social media. You can't let social media use you. And too many people let social media use them. They're traps. They are like what I just said. I'm doing something. I check Facebook for a second. 10 minutes goes by. I forgot what I was doing in the first place. Facebook won that battle. That's what all of them, Twitter, TikTok's the best at it. Instagram, that's what they're built for. They are built to grab your attention and hold it. That's why algorithms have become a thing.
It's incredible. I know people. I have friends who are on TikTok just scrolling the videos for hours.
The one that gets me, I go on vacation, a beach vacation every year with my in-laws, and we always have a really good time. But either at some point in the morning or in the evening when people are waking up or winding down, I always catch this. There'll be like 5 or 6 of us sitting around a living room on vacation. And you look around and every single person in the room has their phone in front of their face.
Right.
We're on vacation.
Right.
Put it somewhere else. You're supposed to be detaching. How are you supposed to detach when you have that thing in front of your face all the time?
Yeah.
There you go.
Speaking of the workplace, I know fantasy football is not technically social media, but how much time during your work day, perhaps, are you on your fantasy football site? Either picking up player. That's what I'm talking about.
That's why I got into sports media, so that I could say that I'm working.
That's work? Yeah. Okay.
Up next, OJ McDuffie chimes in on the latest Dolphins defeat. This was an ugly one. We'll get to that next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
It is the Bulldog right here, Mike Bianchi, coming to you for Don Mealy Chevrolet out there in Claremont. Are you ready for a new truck? I am. How about a brand new 2026 Silverado 1500 right now during truck month? You can get 2.9% APR for 72 months on a Silverado 1500. They've got over 60 in stock, whether it's your daily drive, tackling tough jobs, or just having some fun off-road. There's a Silverado to fit every lifestyle and every budget. So come see the truck experts today at Don Mealy Chevrolet in Claremont. Chevy, together, let's drive.
A clutch performance is great on the football field, but when it comes to your freedom, clutch play from your legal representation is vital. When your freedom's on the line, you need Trey Flynn in your corner. Trey is a board-certified criminal defense attorney with 18 years of criminal defense experience. Trey's record speaks for itself. He defends DUI cases, serious felonies, and will fight tooth and nail to protect your rights and your future. Visit TreyFlynn.com or dial 407-557-6350. Arrested today? Call Trey.
What if, instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you could choose one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. With big bank reliability and small bank resolve, you get 160 years of financial strength and stability and an enduring commitment to personal service. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank. Visit firsthorizon.com/get-it-all.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Be sure to tune in the day after the game for the Tools Ace Hardware Assist of the Night, brought to you by me, Brandon Kravitz. And if you're gearing up for game day, Tools Ace is your MVP for grilling greatness. From Big Green Egg to Traeger, they've got everything you need to fire up the flavor with 14 Central Florida locations, including their brand new store in downtown Windermere. Tools Ace is your neighborhood home maintenance expert, the helpful place every night, and your best stop before the game. Visit toolsacehardware.com.
Attention, all Florida State Seminole fans and alumni. Did you know that 71,000 Noles have FSU specialty license plates? The FSU license plate is the simplest way to convey your school spirit and support academic excellence via scholarships. FSU even provides a $25 rebate for first-time buyers. Stop by your local tax collector's office and get an FSU tag today, or find out more at mytag.fsu.edu. Go Noles!
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000, 407-213-0000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Catch the Fantasy Fix live every Sunday morning throughout the entirety of the NFL season. Who can we trust? Who's a mirage? Who do you need to start and put on the bench? We have all the updated information and advice for you every Sunday morning, streaming live across the state of Florida on the iHeartRadio app. It's fantasy football news up to the minute right here on FM 96.9 The Game. Don't set your lineup without us, and it all starts Sunday morning at 10 a.m. on the Fantasy Fix.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
Prime Big Deal Days is here with great kitchen deals. Greatness is a deal away. So if you love baking, you can get a deal on a new mixer, transforming you into the Lord of the Loaves.
Make way for the baron of brioche, the sultan of sourdough, the lord of the loaves.
Yeah, hi?
Get up to 40% off with Prime Big Deal Days now.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
Most protein bars are packed with sugar, carbs, and unpronounceable ingredients. There's a much better option. I'm Will, and I crafted IQ Bar plant protein bars with clean, functional, delicious ingredients to empower doers like you with superior brain and body fuel.
Now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text IQ Bar to 64,000. That's IQ Bar to 64,000.
Eustace Roofing. New roof, no mess.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Wednesday night forecast. Temperature is going to be dropping into the low 70s as we head through the overnight tonight. We had a nice little break from the rain today, but that rain is back as we take a look at the end of the work week and the start of the weekend. Cold front going to low pressure system brushing up against the coast of Florida, really going to amp up the rain chances and the gusty winds as we take a look through the rest of the work week and into the weekend. Luckily, though, Sunday sunshine is back with some cooler temperatures.
The slow roasted cantina chicken menu is here to stay with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
Felt like you missed something this morning?
It's becoming a disgusting habit at this point.
You did. You can listen while you get ready in the morning.
Wake up with us.
Just tell Alexa to play 96.9 The Game. Another week of Dolphins football has come and gone. Let's recap all the action with the legend himself. Presented by the Flynn Law Office.
Oh my, Rick, what a beautiful play. O.J. McDuffie, the number one pick.
Here's O.J. McDuffie.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen.
Miami Dolphins legend O.J. McDuffie joins us as we wrap up another week of Miami Dolphins football. An unfortunate L that the Dolphins took despite a 17-0 lead early. This segment presented by Trey Flynn Law. Your free case evaluation, just a click or a phone call away. Visit TreyFlynn.com or dial 407-557-6350. OJ, they did it again, so you know what that means, my friend. We got to change the song. Jaden?
Here we go. The flippers flop, dropping balls. They never stop. Running sideways, what a sight. The helmets barely fit on right.
Yeah, I mean, what do we do with this team? A 17-0 lead. They let it slip.
Oh, my goodness.
Why did this team stall out?
Man, oh, man, that's a great question, man. I mean, there's probably a plethora of reasons that it didn't work out for this team, but there's no way in the world that, you go up 17 on the Carolina Panthers and then end up losing that game 27-24. I think what really hurt us more than anything, Brandon, was that, after we're up 17-0, that next drive was disastrous. You go 3 and out, you lose 5 yards. If you go down there and score or put some pressure on Carolina at that point, this is a team that's probably ready to fold. Instead, we don't do that. They go down there, they score, touchdown, field goal, and all we're doing is punting from there on, man. And also, look at what we didn't do in the second half. Darren Waller again was balling for us again as a tight end, but then we forget about him in the second half. Man, I just don't get it sometimes, man. When you stop going to what's been working for you, and that's been the case with Mike McDaniel on occasion, and that's been disastrous for us. Not to mention how bad this damn defense is. That's a whole nother story.
Do you agree with the sentiment that they let their foot off the gas? Is that the right way to describe this? That they just didn't get aggressive enough and they felt comfortable with the lead?
Yeah, I think they got complacent. I don't know. I think the players and coaches got a little complacent. I think more importantly, I think the players, as you say, they're playing against Carolina. They're not going to be able to come back. And next thing you know, you can't turn the switch back on. And they couldn't. They couldn't stop the snowball from coming down the hill. And Bryce Young and those guys, they started going down there and making some plays, and they could not stop it. So, yeah, I think they did take their foot off the gas pedal, and before they know it, literally their engine was stalling the rest of the game.
OJ, maybe I'm mistaken, but I thought the Dolphins were playing the Carolina Panthers, but when I was watching the game, I think I saw, like, Jim Brown out there running the ball for the Panthers,
right.
Or maybe it was, I don't know, Barry Sanders. Who's this Rico Dowdle that ran for 206 yards on your Dolphins?
Oh, my God, yeah, and the backup guy, too, on top of that. He's a backup running back for them with Hubbard being out and stuff, it's just sad. But you know what, though, Mike? That's been our MO all year. Everybody's been able to run the ball against us all year. We haven't been able to stop the run whatsoever all year long. And that's puzzling to me because as we talked about from the beginning of the season, all of us, is that we thought our front seven was going to be the difference makers. We didn't have to worry about our corners as much. But, hell, that was definitely not true because our corners aren't doing bad. Our interior run and, run defense is the worst that I've seen in a long time.
OJ, you mentioned Mike McDaniel. I just watched some of his post-game press conferences now, and we were talking about it yesterday, and he seems almost like a lost soul in front of the microphone when he's trying to describe what's going on. How do you think this is affecting him? He just seems like totally, again, discombobulated a little bit.
Yeah, it's not a good look, right? When your head man and the leader of your organization, is sounding and looking down. We don't know what he's saying in team meetings. All we get is what he's doing in press conferences, and so that's always a tough deal. I know when I played for the great Joe Paterno that, it seemed like press conference, seemed like any team that we were playing was going to be the best team we ever played.
Right.
We're going to have a hard time beating them and everything. But when he was in our meetings, it was like, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to run this, we're going to run that. He was all pumped, giving us, he said, don't listen to what I say outside. But it seems like all of what Mike is doing and saying is kind of trickling down into that locker room. And, I don't know what these guys' belief is now. I don't know what they believe or who they believe in. But if they don't believe in themselves, we're a lost cause at 1-4 right now.
I'm talking to OJ McDuffie, Dolphins legend, presented by TreyFlynn.com. What did you think of the offense before things sputtered out? Or, I mean, you can sort of just like in its entirety, the good and the bad. How did you feel the offense looked in its first full game without Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, I thought it was good in the passing game. I thought Tua was efficient. You look at Tua's numbers; they look great. But we always talk about this every week, right? What did he do in the fourth quarter? You know, he threw the one touchdown pass to Tyreek, but otherwise, I mean, to Jalen Waddle. But the rest of it was punt, you know, whatever it was. You know, it wasn't very effective at that point. I love the fact that they have to redistribute the rock to different guys. You know, from Waddle to Waller to Achane get his touches to even Jordan Hill got more opportunities in this game, and that was great. But it seemed like they went away from it, like I talked about earlier, going away from Darren Waller. You know, like not giving Ollie Gordon a lot of opportunities. I was just a little confused about why they went away from what was working. They still had the lead for most of that game, and they still went away from what was working. And there were 0 adjustments at the half, which is another big problem that we should probably have. We'll talk about at some point or on another day. But they made 0 adjustments where Carolina made adjustments and obviously ended up winning the game. But I like the way things look with the distribution of the football. We can't run the football though, man. For some reason, we cannot run the football. 14 attempts for 19 yards as a team. That's unacceptable in the NFL.
I'm curious. This has nothing to do with the Dolphins, but as a former player and a guy who, talks to current players, Coach Gannon of the Arizona Cardinals got fined for, essentially verbally accosting DeMar Carter, the player that dropped the ball before he crossed the goal line. And it looked like he sort of hit him a little bit. I'm wondering how that will play in a locker room in today's world.
Oh, man, you know what? This is a different world. It really is, man. These dudes are soft like that. Too emotional at times, I think. Hell, Coach used to grab people by the face mask, hit him in the helmet. It looked like a little slap through his chest or midsection area or whatever. But, hell, you made a big mistake that cost your football team. That was nothing compared to what some of the coaches did back in the day, and I get it. It's a very sensitive world right now. So, yeah, fine and whatever else they gave him. That's what it is these days. But hell, they should have did more than that to him, in my opinion, as a former football player. Because I've seen a lot worse.
I had a feeling that you might say that. Real quick before we let you go, the matchup with the Chargers. You mentioned the run game has been, or the run defense has been an issue for this Dolphins team. Well, lucky for them, Omarion Hampton is done for a month, and now they have a couple of backups they're going up against. The Chargers' offensive line is all banged up. Is this a matchup where the Dolphins can actually have some success defensively?
Well, Brandon, we just talked about a backup running through us for 200 yards last week, so it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter who's in the back door right now, man.
Don't you dismiss Rico Dowdle like that.
I really do hope they figure it out. This is a big game for a lot of reasons too. On top of that, Tua versus Herbert. A lot of people wanted Herbert. We got Tua. There's a lot of other quarterbacks that came out in that draft, but this is one of the main ones that he's always going to be compared to. So hopefully you got your boys on defense have your back and make Herbert look bad, and hopefully Tua has a heck of a game, man. But this again going to be a tough one for us. Can we stop the run? I hope so. If not, we've seen Herbert's ability to throw the football, and it's been pretty special so far this year. Even at 3-2, they look better than I thought they would this year.
Are you worried that the team is going to give up on Mike McDaniel? Do you think that it can get to that point?
These guys hopefully not, man. Yeah, they're pros, man. Pros, like I said, we don't know what's being said in the locker room and the love for him, but you get tired of losing, man. Some people want changes in the locker room or whatever it might be. I think that, like we talked about before, terrible against Carolina, played well against New England and should have beaten them, had a chance to beat Buffalo, beat the Jets as they should have. And then then it went back to like almost week 1 again. So I thought they were getting better. So maybe they still have faith in the coach.
Dolphins analyst and legend, the one and only OJ McDuffie. Always appreciate your weekly visit, my friend, talking all things Dolphins. Hopefully we get a win to discuss next week.
That'd be great, man. That'd be great because I've been in a bad mood all week.
Yeah, same. This segment presented by Trey Flynn Law, board certified in criminal trials, both at the state and the federal level. Trey Flynn Law, 407-557-6350. That's our guy, Trey. Go and find him. Up next, our lead story coming up. Bianchi teed it up with O.J. McDuffie. Jonathan Gannon fined for chastising a player for making the worst mistake of the season. Is that a problem? We'll talk about that next.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
This is by far the best time of year to be a sports fan. Baseball postseason, we got it on the TV right now. Football season in full swing. The NBA around the corner. Hockey got started last night. Sign up at $5 on any game over on Hard Rock Bet. And if it wins, you can also score $150 in bonus bets. Get the party started over on Hard Rock Bet. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. Time to start wrapping our heads around week 6 in the NFL. Week 6 already looking crazy. Parlays, teasers, props, whatever your flavor is. Hard Rock has the toppings to make that sports action ever so sweet. And the app is slick, it's safe, it's reliable, updated to the second, and payouts are lightning quick. Head to Hard Rock Bet and roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Orlando, are you ready to rock it? My favorite beach getaway, Hard Rock Hotel Daytona Beach, is calling your name. Not even an hour's drive from downtown Orlando. You'll find modern luxury, legendary Hard Rock vibes, and that endless Florida sunshine. Even in the middle of winter, lounge by the oceanfront pool, grab a bite at their world-famous restaurant, or unwind at the spa. And when the sun sets, enjoy live music under the stars at their beachside band shell. For reservations, go to hardrockhotels.com/Daytona Beach.
You're going to start running into some slowdowns on I-4 westbound, getting through that World Drive area. There's off-ramp backup piling up through the city from I-4 westbound to State Road 408. A crash is getting cleared up on Orlando Avenue at Lee Road. And look out for emergency crews clearing up an earlier accident on Bronson Highway at Seven Dwarfs Lane. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by eBay.
So I was on eBay because I'm absolutely obsessed
with this rare hologram trading card. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. eBay had it. They even had
perfect parts that fit my car.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
When it's game time, you need a winning play on the field and in real estate. The Nickley Group is Orlando's home team, delivering championship results every time. This is Mike Bianchi. If you're thinking of buying or selling a home quickly, just call Nickley and tell them Bianchi sent you. Nobody does guaranteed cash offers on your home better than the Nickley Group. Get your own team of local experts and secure more money twice as fast. The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Visit thenickley.com. If you want to buy or sell quickly, just call Nickley.
I've actually never been on a cruise before, and honestly, I wasn't sure it was really my thing, but my husband and I are huge fans of the Bobby Bones Show. When Bobby said this would be his first cruise too, that sealed it for me. Between the live music, the good vibes, and possibly getting to meet Lunchbox, I know it's going to be an unforgettable trip.
Mark your calendars. February 2026 for a can't-miss country music experience at sea. Grab your stateroom now at TopShelfCountryCruise.com.
Wow, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Did you realize most jewelry stores in the malls and outside the malls are all a part of one big corporate conglomerate?
The corporate world is the corporate world. I don't need to say too much about it. They're owned by Wall Street. They answer to Wall Street.
That's International Diamond Center's Keith LeClaire, who says you don't have to settle for national chain quality. Locally owned IDC is a true direct importer with better prices on hand-selected diamonds that come straight from the cutters.
You cannot get any closer to the source than IDC. My son and I hand-select every diamond that comes in. I want to be able to stand behind it. And the only way I can stand behind it is by hand selecting each and every diamond.
You think that level of quality control is happening at the big box stores?
The standards that we have, they're not going to go to that detail because they got to fill up 7,000 stores.
Don't risk it. Get the best diamond at the guaranteed best price from local people with a reputation that goes back for decades.
We can look people in the eyes and know that they were taken care of.
International Diamond Center. Internationally connected but family owned. In Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennium.
If you want your windows there and we
Reese. Pick up the phone and just text Reese. Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
When it's blazing outside and your AC is acting up, folks, that's not just a minor inconvenience. That is a full-blown crisis. That's why I trust Mills Air. They don't cut corners. They don't play games. They just deliver every single time. Think of them as the MVP of keeping your home nice and cool. Whether it's routine maintenance, fast repairs, or downright emergency, Mills Air is going to keep your home comfortable and energy efficient all season long. They've been doing that for Orlando homeowners and business owners since 1992. They've been my trusted resource for years and years now. Mills Air is also a Carrier Factory authorized dealer. What does that mean for you? It means they offer rebates up to $1,275 for a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always rely on the family-owned and operated Mills Air. Don't wait till the fourth quarter. Call Leon and the crew today. Schedule your appointment and tell them that Brandon Kravitz from Game On sent you by. The number to call, 407-277-1159, and online at millsair.com.
Macy's Star Deals Week is back. It's one incredible week packed with epic savings on the best fall styles. That means luxurious 100% cashmere sweaters are now just $79.99. The latest beauty from Shiseido, Mac & More, $30 off every $150 you spend. Plus, exclusive online-only daily flash deals and so much more. It's the one week you really can't miss. Macy's Star Deals Week is going on now. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers Only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown, Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
Exhausted with applying for jobs online and never hearing back? With Express Employment Professionals, experts in your community are dedicated to helping you find a job. With more than 870 locations, there's always an office in your area. Start at expresspros.com to find an office near you.
Let's talk about Pizza Bruno. This place is top notch. I mean, nuts. Sorry, I can't get the garlic knots out of my head. You want meatballs, you want salads, you want fresh ingredients in every single mouth-watering bite. Pizza Bruno is your spot. Try my personal favorite, the spicy Stetson, crunchy pepperoni, big dollops of ricotta cheese, and hot honey. It is so good. 3 locations in Central Florida, Edgewater, Maitland, and on Curry Ford Road. Visit PizzaBrunoFL.com and work up an appetite.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. The UCF Knights are heard here. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
It is Wednesday, folks. You know what that means. Wing House is wild. The girls wear pink, the energy is high, and the deals are delicious. All you can eat boneless wings and fries, the ultimate midweek feast. Perfect for wing lovers who want to go all in. Not the dip your toe in the water type, but all in. Pair it with great service and a fun atmosphere, and you get a Wednesday worth celebrating. 3 Central Florida locations, Wing House, good food, beautifully served. Our rage cage topic of the day is social media. What is it about social media that frustrates you? What is it that you want to rant about? We'll take those on the iHeartRadio talkback. Enter the rage cage there. You can also text in at 50857. One thing that I find interesting, Mike, is the guy that sits across from us every day, Jaden Grimes, the prodigy of production, is 22, 23 years old. He can correct me on this when he pops on. And he is not interested in social media. And this is the second younger person in a row. I'm now on a streak here of younger individuals that are producing the afternoon show. Tyler Caron was the same way. Younger, he was 24, 25 years old, and detested social media.
Really?
And these are the people that you would think are the most addicted, the ones that basically fell out of the womb with a smartphone in their hands. This technology didn't exist when I was in middle school and high
I
school.
thought
And so,
TikTok and all that, I thought that was for the young.
well, I just wanted to sort of set that up. Jaden, explain yourself. Why is it that you are anti-social media, even though you have grown up in the social media era all the way through?
And do you think you're an outlier in your age group?
I absolutely think I'm an outlier in my age group, for sure. Because everyone I've grown up with, ever since I've been in middle school, it's always been take this picture, post this picture. What is everyone thinking? What is everyone doing? It takes over people's life. It's all they care about. And it's just it's a distraction. If I was on my phone all day, I wouldn't get half of the stuff done. So the older I get, the more I try to avoid social media. It's not worth it to me. It's such a headache. I have 4 posts on Instagram. I don't really use it.
I honestly cannot, because you were in high school not that long ago. I'm not saying that jokingly. You're what?
Yeah.
You're 22?
20
years old.
Yeah.
I overestimated.
I was letting you
Oh,
give me
that's
the
right.
age.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You're 20 years old. So you was in high school not that long ago, which means social media was ever present. I cannot imagine. High school is difficult enough. Having to worry about how many likes my post has, what my picture looks like, because you're never more vain and into yourself and your appearance and how people think of you than when you're in high school. And I that would just be so troubling to me. I'm so glad that I did not grow up in a time when social media was around while I was in high school.
Oh, me too. Me too.
It's even worse. Whatever I just said, multiply that by 5 if you're a girl. Cannot even imagine the mental troubles that are created based off of social media at that age. It's not for young people. And that's the thing. I'm so glad that it came around later in my life where I could see it develop and then use it rather than just grow up with it. I think it's a different sort of, you have to work extra hard to disconnect from social media when you grew up only knowing a world that has it. And for us, it didn't exist. So we know that it's a separate thing. A lot of people view social media as important as oxygen. And I don't think that's an exaggeration.
There is a text. Somebody texted about social media has convinced everyone their opinions matter. All right. Which is another thing that really annoys me about social media. In fact, Jason Christ, remember him? The former coach of Orlando City. He got, during his stint at Orlando City, he got off of social media for a point of time. And he used to come on our show every week. And I go, why did you get off social media? And he says, because it gives a forum to people who shouldn't have a forum. And I really do believe that's true. I really do believe there are people out there who shouldn't have a forum, who shouldn't be able to make their opinions public. But it does.
I can think of several people off the top of my head. There was a guy that I used to work with at the last job that I had in the service industry, who we're still friends on Facebook to this day. And he'll just 2 a.m. You know where he is, sharing his opinion on politics and life. And I'm like, I cannot believe that Facebook lets you post this stuff. This is insane. It is the ramblings of a madman.
Yeah,
it really is.
My uncle's been banned on Facebook about 50 times.
There you go. That's all you need to know. You should do more of that on Facebook. More game on the way. We'll pause for a moment. Let the talented folks at Fox Sports Radio get you all caught up with the latest and greatest in sports. Mariners up by 1 right now. We're back in 60 seconds.
Live, local, in your face, and bald. Very bald. Let's send you to the studio for the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
Back at it, broadcasting live in Orlando, Jacksonville, and Tallahassee. It's Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz, the premier sports talk radio show inside the state of Florida. Light us up on the Mills Air text line. That's 50857. Bianchi in the Rage Cage as well. All things social media related. Shout out to one of our newest sponsors, Tools Ace Hardware, 14 Central Florida locations, including the brand new store in downtown Windermere. Tools Ace, your neighborhood home maintenance expert, the helpful place every day. Head to toolsacehardware.com when you need them. Don't forget to enter that Rage Cage today. We are raging about social media. Send your rants to us. Johnny on the text line says, haven't been on social media in 10 plus years. Kravitz, jump on board, buddy. Life becomes much more real.
Wow.
I have, I don't want to say it's an addiction to it, but I use it a lot.
Social media? Yeah, use it.
It's a blend. I use it so much for work that I'm on it so much for good reasons. But because I'm on it so much for good reasons, inevitably I will end up wasting my time on it just sort of mindlessly. And and when I catch myself on that, I would detach myself from social media if I felt like it served me in every walk of my life, and it would really work against me in this job. So I can't get there.
No.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. How about this story? The Arizona Cardinals are fining head coach Jonathan Gannon $100,000 for his sideline interaction with Amari DiMercato during Sunday's 22-21 loss against the Tennessee Titans. Maybe you've seen the video by now. Maybe you haven't. But Jonathan Gannon got all in DiMercato's grill, emasculating him after he dropped the ball in the end zone, the biggest mistake that we've seen from anybody so far this season. Here's Gannon's apology after the fact. He felt bad for getting as heated as he was.
I woke up this morning and didn't feel great about it, honestly. And so in the team meeting, I addressed it. I apologized to Omari, apologized to the team. And I just told him I kind of let the moment of what happened get the better of me there. Obviously, like I try to be emotionally stable and calm because my job is to solve problems when during a game and kind of lead the charge on that. So it's not really who I am, who I want to be. And I told the guys that today. So it's a mistake by me. And it's just like everybody in there. Everybody made some type of mistake yesterday, which is, culminates to why we didn't win the game. And we can't let it happen moving forward.
His fumble began a chain of events that led to one of the more brutal losses that you'll see. Not only is it the Tennessee Titans, but the Cardinals also could have gone up 28-6 at that point.
Yeah, it would have been 28-6. It would have been a 72-yard touchdown run.
Gannon has every right to be upset.
Right.
He has every right to be irate. The reason why I support the fine, though, is because he hit him.
He did hit him. He hit him.
And you can say, well, that's the way that it was done in the past. Those are one of those things. It's a line that should not be crossed that I'm glad is being taken out of coaching and not allowed in it because, well, it's sports. So I'm good with it.
Yeah, I'm good with it as well. And I'm old school. You know me.
I actually thought you were going to be opposed to this.
No, I understand. Like O.J. McDuffie said, hey, it should have been worse. I don't agree with that. I don't, especially in today's world. And I realize we've gotten softer and more snowflakes in a lot of ways in today's world. But you can't put your hands on a player, especially not any player actually, but these are pros, and for him to, it wasn't like he just bumped into him. He took a swipe at him. It wasn't like in the head. It was in the arm. All right. So it wasn't anything serious, but you can't do that. In fact, I believe the last coach who was fined was Bruce Arians.
It was. Slapped a player on the helmet.
Yeah. And again, I don't think you should do that in today's world. We've sort of become more civilized when it comes to sports, as we should. I went back and looked at the Andy Reid bump of Travis Kelce.
I'm so glad you brought that up. That was going to be the next point that I made, because I wonder if both of them should be fined for what they've done.
Well, certainly
not now. We're a little too far gone.
Andy Reid gave Travis Kelce the shoulder. I mean, he was definitely purposely giving him the shoulder.
Well, and Travis Kelce has done that to Andy Reid before. That's the relationship that they have, and that's why we excuse it. But I wonder if Amari DiMercato had anything to do with his coach getting a fine. Like, did the NFL reach out to him and say, are you cool with this? Which I doubt it works that way, by the way. But if that's not the way that the NFL handles this, which is let's reach out to the player and make sure they're good. And if he goes, no, I'm pissed that happened, they go, okay, we're going to fine him. Because Andy Reid and Travis Kelce, they bump each other. It's happened multiple times in both directions. No fine has been levied to either of these guys. What's the difference other than the fact that we know that they have that sort of relationship, and we do not know that Amari DiMercato and his coach have that sort of relationship?
I don't think they do have that sort of relationship. Well, the difference is Taylor Swift doesn't attend the Arizona Cardinals games.
So wait, you're telling me that if Swift was at the Cardinals game, DiMercato or Gannon gets no fine for hitting him?
If Tay was DiMercato's girlfriend, no. But in all seriousness,
right? Because those dots don't connect.
Yeah. In all seriousness, I do think that the reason Gannon apologized is because I think he knew that the making contact with a player don't play in today's world, especially doesn't play in an NFL locker room. Now, Travis Kelce and Andy Reid, they're sort of and that's a different story. That's a different relationship. That's,
And maybe the NFL has a specific rule about the use of your hand, because that's a difference in this as well, as we're judging the bump. Kind of shoulder bumping somebody is viewed differently by the league, clearly, than open hand smacking somebody, whether it's in the head, which the Bruce Arians thing, if you're judging it, worse than what Jonathan Gannon did. But Jonathan Gannon open-handed smacked Amari DiMercato in the arm, which was so right. You're gonna hit somebody, hit him. You know, I mean, hit him in the arm. What's that gonna do?
So when did Bruce Arians get his fine? Was it before the Brady got there? What year was it?
I think he was with the Bucs at the time, but I think it was before Brady got there.
Okay, well then here's something for you. Andy Reid is one of the great coaches of all time. All right, so maybe there is a double standard here. Maybe there is a double standard.
No, that's not accurate. Brady was on the team.
Okay.
This was in January of 2022.
Okay, so Bruce Arians had already won his Super Bowl. Okay, that theory goes out the window then, because Bruce Arians was a somebody when he got his fine.
Rewatching Bruce Arians, he's sort of like he kind of trips a little bit as he's going to swat this player on the back of the head. It's kind of a goofy look from Bruce Arians. Like Jonathan Gannon looked like he if people weren't watching, I think he would have fought Amari DiMercato.
But back to DiMercato should have been fined for making the boneheaded play. Should he not?
Well,
the team should fine him.
There should probably be some sort of internal discipline. I don't think it should be dollars related. I think it should be playtime related. I mean, put him in timeout.
Good God. That is one of the most.
Yeah. And you know what's going to happen moving forward is that Jonathan Gannon now feels guilty, and he's going to give DiMercato playing time, extra playing time to go, this is a coaching moment. I'm going to let him play through this struggle.
So you're saying I should try to make a trade for him?
Like, originally, when I saw it, I was like, we're never going to see DiMercato again. His face is going to be on the side of a milk carton. But now Jonathan Gannon he's got like parental guilt. It's like when you get too mad at your kid and then you take them to Toys R Us after, sorry about that.
You give them a good hard spanking.
That hurt me more than it hurt you. Up next, baseball analyst Sean Zerillo from ActionNetwork.com keys us in on the top storylines in baseball. Huge day in Major League Baseball. The surging Yankees and more next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz. Now, it's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, WIN. That's WIN. Enter it now at 969thegame.com.
In sports, we all know the 5 Ps. Proper planning prevents poor performance. That's true on the field, and it's true with your finances as well. When Trajan Wealth reviewed my plan, they showed me where I was dropping the ball. That old 401k, it was just sitting there. They got it back in the game and built a strategy around my goals and my timeline. Markets are volatile with politics, tariffs, global unrest, but Trajan Wealth focuses on your unique situation. No one size fits all here. Just tailored plans from fiduciaries who put you first. So don't settle for poor performance in your retirement. Call Trajan Wealth and get your playbook in order. You can give them a call at 407-213-0000 or visit TrajanWealth.com to schedule your free consultation. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, client paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Be sure to tune in the day after the game for the Tools Ace Hardware Assist of the Night, brought to you by me, Brandon Kravitz. And if you're gearing up for game day, Tools Ace is your MVP for grilling greatness. From Big Green Egg to Traeger, they've got everything you need to fire up the flavor with 14 Central Florida locations, including their brand new store in downtown Windermere. Tools Ace is your neighborhood home maintenance expert, the helpful place every night, and your best stop before the game. Visit toolsacehardware.com.
Look out for a car stopped on the shoulder, slowing things down on the Greenway southbound before Curry Ford Road. There's a crash getting cleared up on Bronson Highway at Seven Dwarfs Lane. An accident on Orlando Avenue northbound near the Greenway. On the major roadways, you're going to start running into some familiar delays piling up this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mucinex Kickstart.
I woke up feeling like cough, congestion, headache was coming on. I thought, no, I have big plans this weekend. So I took Mucinex Kickstart, all-in-one and done relief with a morning jolt of instant cooling sensation. Mucinex Kickstart for relief with a kick at your favorite retailer. Use as directed.
Our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Right now.
Jelly Roll! Hi, this is Ed Sheeran. Cool. Brian Adams.
Make some noise for Tate McRae.
Hey, I'm Sammy Hagar.
Hey, Maroon 5, good evening.
Hey, this is John Fogerty.
And so much more.
See it all at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One. Streaming only on Hulu right now.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at progressive.com.
Eustace Roofing has a scary good deal with their spectacular savings event. $1,500 off your roof replacement. Serving all of Orlando with trusted hands-on service since 1959. Visit eustaceroofing.com to schedule your free estimate today. Terms and conditions apply.
Wow, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears.
Orlando,
Greatness is here. All 830 of our famous footwear stores now carry Jordan brand. So it's easy to score Jordan brand footwear and accessories, from hats to backpacks to socks, for the full family at a store near you. Famous Footwear's in-store fit experts will help you find the perfect style and the perfect fit. Because every day is a chance to make it famous. Come in and shop Jordan brand footwear and accessories at your local Famous Footwear store today.
Let's talk about Pizza Bruno. This place is top knots. I mean, not. Sorry, I can't get the garlic knots out of my head. You want meatballs, you want salads, you want fresh ingredients in every single mouth-watering bite. Pizza Bruno is your spot. Try my personal favorite, the spicy Stetson, crunchy pepperoni, big dollops of ricotta cheese, and hot honey. It is so good. 3 locations in Central Florida, Edgewater, Maitland, and on Curry Ford Road. Visit pizzabruno.fl.com and work up an appetite.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
It's Halloween season. And the free iHeartRadio app has everything you need to make it a screaming good time. Like Halloween Radio,
where we ghosted the commercials.
Trick or Treat Radio, just for the kids. Plus, explore curated Halloween playlists perfect for party vibes and more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Halloween, and listen now.
I'm a beer fanatic, so I don't settle for anything less than the best. And the folks at Hourglass Brewing deliver quality, consistency, everything I'm looking for in a good beer. With that neighborhood charm at their 2 Orlando locations, Hourglass Brewing is a first-class brewery from the same one that cranks out Zoneheads 35 once per year. But it's more than that. They crank out the hits on the daily. 25-plus Hourglass beers on tap every single day. Stop by for happy hour. $3 I4 iSource citrus lagers from 4 to 6 p.m. all day on Mondays. They even have wines, seltzers, ciders, something for everybody. Cozy up to the bar, get to know their friendly staff. Hourglass is a welcoming watering hole for the entire Orlando community, and they have a location right near downtown Orlando as well, on top of the one right around the corner from me in Longwood. This isn't mass-produced. This is craft. Fresh ingredients, local pride, and a taste that you can actually savor. So next time you need to unwind, skip the ordinary and raise a glass to the extraordinary. Raise a glass to Hourglass Brewing.
This is the beat of sports.
The rebuild wasn't going to be done in 4 games set up by the 5th game. Here's the finished product. And as I said about Miami against Florida State, the same thing applies for a school like UCF against a team like Kansas. This isn't an excuse. It's just where it's at. Anybody remember several months ago when Kansas made the big announcement that a donor, David Booth, gave them $400 million, which $300 was going towards the stadium that they spent $40 million on, and the other was going towards what? NIL. Their roster's 3 times at least what UCF spent. That's not an excuse for why you can't score second goal to 1. You know what they spent a ton of money on? Linemen. Why? Because you need it. And right now, that's the biggest spot that UCF's got to elevate. And here's the challenge. Everybody's trying to get them. And just like in the National Football League, it's hard to find experienced, talented linemen. So what happens? The market is what? Jacked up.
Beat of Sports with Mark Daniels. Weekday mornings following the bridge at 9:30 on FM 96.9 The Game. Orlando's sports leader. Orlando's hometown sports station. This is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the free iHeartRadio app. Welcome back to the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
4 great baseball games across the divisional series in Major League Baseball. One going on right now as we speak. The Mariners on top of the Tigers 2-0. If Seattle wins this one, they move on to the ALCS. Nobody better to break it all down than this man right here, Sean Zerillo, baseball betting analyst from ActionNetwork.com. Sean, a couple of months ago, did you think the Tigers would be in a position like this on the brink of elimination? They looked like they were a well-oiled machine not too long ago.
Yeah, absolutely. But it did seem like, compared to projections, their offense had been overachieving largely throughout the first part of the year. People who are even more, deep in the numbers, if that seems possible, than myself. People actually
That
build
is not
projections that I
possible,
use.
Sean. That is not possible.
Oh, it is. It is to a degree because I use projections that other people build. So great people out there like Derek Carty, who you may see doing football projections. He has the blitz, but he also has the bat, which he uses for baseball. And anytime he had been coming on our shows, he had been kind of reiterating the fact that he thought Detroit was largely overvalued and had been overachieving. So throughout the year, though, and, last time I came on this show and obviously broadcast it publicly, Seattle was the team that was projecting value, showing value. And I'm glad to see it come to fruition, and hopefully they can take care of business today and finalize things and get us one step closer to cashing our pennant World Series tickets.
The Yankees had a flurry of offense last night that spurred them to victory. Has Toronto already thrown their best punch, or do you think that they can still eliminate the evil empire?
I think they're saving their haymaker for Game 5. I don't know what they're going to do today in terms of their Game 4 pitching staff, just because their starter, Louis Varland, has already thrown the first 3 games in the series. He did give up that humongous home run to Aaron Judge last night, which ripped my heart out considering I had a Blue Jays money line ticket and I also have the Jays series money line. But it does seem like they're probably, if they fall behind, going to save Trey Yesavage and Kevin Gausman in a piggyback situation for Game 5 back home in Toronto. And they'll be getting Max Fried again, who they already roughed up once in this series. So I definitely think if you're betting it, Yankees to win tonight, Jays to win in Game 5 would be certainly my approach. Is I'd imagine I'll project money line value, though, on Toronto in Game 5.
Sean, it seems to me that Seattle has sort of become the darlings of the playoffs because of Cal Raleigh and what a great story he is, and the fact that they've never been to a World Series. I think most people want to see a Mariners-Yankees ALCS because you have the beloved Mariners against the obnoxious Yankees. What do you think?
Absolutely. I just hope that the Mariners are able to get Brian Wu back in time. He suffered that arm injury right at the end of the regular season. He ended up getting left off of the divisional series roster, and ultimately that ended up dropping the Mariners' chances in a betting market significantly. They opened up as a -210 favorite for this series against Detroit. After the announcement came out that Wu was left off the roster and Bryce Miller would be starting in his place, they dropped all the way to -170. So -210 to -170 is about a 5% adjustment in terms of implied series probability. If you're going up against the Yankees, you can't afford to cede 5% whatsoever. Now, obviously, the Yankees having to go up to Seattle, I do think would be a humongous home field advantage for the Mariners because everybody strikes out in that park and the totals are just lower in general. So you're playing into the Mariners' favor a little bit in terms of getting lower scoring baseball. That would be a tremendous series. I think they are the 2 best teams in the AL. I think the matchups actually favor Toronto. If Toronto is able to get through that series, I actually like their chances quite a bit against Seattle because you're talking about the best defensive team in baseball who puts the ball in play a ton and forces you to make mistakes. Seattle is the worst defensive team in the field remaining. So I do not like their chances necessarily against the Jays if those two end up pairing up. I like their chances much more against the Yankees.
All right, since you're a betting analyst, I want you to give me some odds here, all right? The new ownership group of the Tampa Bay Rays met with the media for the first time yesterday, and obviously their next goal is to get a ballpark built in Tampa, something that Stu Sternberg wasn't able to do in like 15 years. What are the odds that Tampa Bay comes up and builds a stadium for the Rays?
Oh, man. I don't know about local politics down in Florida, so I think that would have to figure in pretty heavily into the equation. Obviously Tropicana Field doesn't seem like it's sustainable. Did they end up repairing the roof or did they not go ahead?
No, they're in the process of trying to repair it, yes.
Okay, so I think that obviously lowers the chances if they are going through with those repairs because that's obviously a significant sum of money to end up doing that. But down the line, I mean, it's just such a miserable place to play. And if you are ultimately going to want to invest more in the team and attract free agents and become a destination that people want to come to, yeah, you certainly need a nice ballpark down there in Florida. So I would hope, and I would put it at 40%, let's say plus 150 for now, that you get a ballpark in the next 5 years.
I think I might take that. I think I would take that. You kind of let that kind of hang out in the sports book for a minute. But let's finish with this. Sean Zerillo, baseball betting analyst over at actionnetwork.com. The one game that we have not talked about yet, the Phillies at the Dodgers tonight in Game 3. The Phillies feel cooked to me. I know Aaron Nola hasn't exactly been top-notch this year. Are you surprised, though, that their bats haven't been able to keep up with the Dodgers in this series?
Not necessarily. It's just sort of the same Phillies offense that we see every year. I think the Dodgers and other teams have figured out how to pitch them in high leverage spots, and also they're facing such high quality pitching in this series as well. It's not going to get any easier tonight with Yoshinobu Yamamoto. My friend who was a Phillies fan, though, did point out the fact that in prior postseasons, teams have been getting the Phillies out, getting them chased out at pitches outside of the zone. And this is still a team that strikes out a ton. I think they were bottom 10 in strikeout rate this year. The Dodgers, though, and this is what concerns him most deeply, the Dodgers have been attacking them in the zone aggressively and just getting a ton of swing and miss. So I think I'm more surprised that they're swinging and missing as much as they are at pitches in the zone, even though it's against high quality pitching, and they haven't turned anything around yet. Nola, in terms of Nola's usage tonight, I think it's one through the order, and then he's out for Ranger Suarez. So Nola under 8.5 outs tonight. I know it's a low number for Aaron Nola. He's only starting that game because he's never made an appearance out of the bullpen. They're going to go to Ranger Suarez the moment he turns over that lineup once.
If you're into baseball and you're not following Sean's stuff, you are not doing yourself a service here. Sean Zerillo, baseball betting analyst over at actionnetwork.com. Thanks so much, Sean. Appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the games today.
Guys, thank you so much for having me. And because I did go to Miami, I have to drop a Go Canes on Orlando Radio.
Go Canes, baby. Our producer's a big Canes fan, so I know you got a kick out of that one. Up next, Bianchi's getting out his black ink Sharpie. Time to grade some takes right here on Game On after this.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
International Diamond Center has been Florida's direct diamond importer for 40 years. That's how long they've been cutting out the middleman on diamonds. That's how they can guarantee a better price on every single diamond. IDC has connections that go back for decades with the diamond miners and cutters from all over the world. Their owner was once the supplier for jewelry stores all over the East Coast. So if you're getting engaged or you want to upgrade her diamond, don't be fooled thinking some corporate-owned chain jeweler can come anywhere close to IDC in price, quality, selection, or customer service. And besides, wouldn't you rather buy from a local company? IDC is locally owned by the same family since the 1980s. They have an incredible reputation for honesty and transparency and for being good citizens of our state. They're not a corporate-owned chain that sends profits to Wall Street. It's just a no-brainer, quite frankly. Highest quality diamonds, unbeatable value, no middleman markups, strongest warranties. You want me to go on? Unrivaled selection, great people, and locally owned. Don't buy a diamond anywhere until you check out what they can do in Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia.
When it's blazing outside and your AC is acting up, folks, that's not just a minor inconvenience. That is a full-blown crisis. That's why I trust Mills Air. They don't cut corners. They don't play games. They just deliver every single time. Think of them as the MVP of keeping your home nice and cool. Whether it's routine maintenance, fast repairs, or downright emergency, Mills Air is going to keep your home comfortable and energy efficient all season long. They've been doing that for Orlando homeowners and business owners since 1992. They've been my trusted resource for years and years now. Mills Air is also a Carrier Factory authorized dealer. What does that mean for you? It means they offer rebates up to $1,275 for a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always rely on the family-owned and operated Mills Air. Don't wait till the fourth quarter. Call Leon and the crew today. Schedule your appointment and tell them that Brandon Kravitz from Game On sent you by. The number to call, 407-277-1159, and online at millsair.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey, Florida State fans and alumni, it's always a good time to become an FSU donor. The FSU license plate is a simple way to show your school spirit and support academic excellence via student scholarships. Stop by your local tax collector's office today. Go Noles!
What if, instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you could choose one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. With big bank reliability and small bank resolve, you get 160 years of financial strength and stability and an enduring commitment to personal service. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all to help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank. Visit firsthorizon.com/getitall.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. Divorce affects every part of your life, your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you are facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Miami-Dade County, Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
This is Operation Stormwatch, brought to you by Eustis Roofing, the real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts. Storm safety tip: be sure your gutters are clean to avoid preventable damage. Visit EustisRoofing.com to schedule your free storm readiness inspection.
Hey guys, do you want male performance in the bedroom and do you want it now? Get it in 47 seconds or less. For the first time, you can have instant male enhancement. Introducing Knox 47, the topical male enhancement that works in 47 seconds or less. Satisfaction guaranteed. Finally, after years of scientific research, our proprietary formula will allow you to perform in the bedroom like never before. Just imagine that little blue pill on steroids. No reason to settle and wait when you can get instant performance now. Forget about pills and potions that make you wait hours or up to 30 days to work. That's yesterday's news. Knox 47 is brand new. The hottest thing for men. And you don't need a prescription. Call now and get your free supply for a limited time.
To find out how to get Knox 47 for free, call now. 800-617-1621. That's 800-617-1621. Free bottles for limited time. Call 800-617-1621. That's 800-617-1621.
What a great time of year it is at Prize Picks. We've got NFL football, we've got playoff baseball, and in a few days, we're going to have regular season NBA, which means you can always put together a winning lineup at Prize Picks, the daily fantasy app that is so easy to use. All you do is pick more or less on a player's stat projections, and in less than a minute, your lineup is locked in. Can you imagine a lineup where you pick more on Trevor Lawrence's touchdown pass projection, less on Aaron Judge's home run projection, and more on Paolo Banchero's rebounding total? That's right. You can mix and match sports to make your TV viewing experience 10 times more exciting. You can truly turn your insights into income. Prize Picks also invented Flex Play, so even if one pick misses, you can still double your money. And don't forget, they've got the injury reboot policy too, so if one of your guys goes down early in the game, you're protected. Download the app today. Use my code BULLDOG to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code BULLDOG to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Cue the easy button because it's officially Easy Deal Days at Staples. Now through October 11th, save up to 40% off over 1,000 products from tech, chairs, luggage, and more. Head to your local Staples store or staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples. That was easy.
UCF has unveiled their Space Game uniforms for next month's game against Houston. The black and light blue Mission 9 kit has a hyperspace theme. Florida State, they'll try to regain some respect after back-to-back losses. Seminoles host Pittsburgh on Saturday, hoping to avoid another ACC defeat. And former NFL player Herschel Walker has been confirmed as the U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas, the first in more than 15 years. I'm Scott Davidson.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz. Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
Orlando's new home for Florida State football is AM 810 Fox Sports Radio Orlando. Hear every game live on AM 810. Or search Fox Sports Radio Orlando on the free iHeartRadio app. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
kids.
Quick programming note for those out there listening across Orlando, Jacksonville, and Tallahassee. We are off a little early today for Magic Insiders, which will get started at 5:30 with Dante Marcatelli and Jake Chapman. And then they make way for the UCF Coaches Show, Night Talk, at 6 p.m. Mark Daniels sitting down with head coach Scott Frost. So had to move some stuff around programming-wise today, but we will be live for another hour here on this show. Mike, get your ruler out.
I have it ready.
Get your number 2 pencil out.
Got it.
Get your black ink Sharpie out.
Got it.
Your abacus.
Got my abacus.
We're headed back to school. It's time to grade the take. You're grading on both quality of the take and the heat of the take. This is unlike Bet It or Forget It. Some people get it confused. Don't get it confused. Completely different segment. You're not grading this based on whether you agree with it or not.
No.
It's the quality of the take and then the heat of the take. And then
Quality of the take, as in, is the take actually, could it actually possibly happen?
Or is it even good?
Okay. All right.
The Lupski group said yesterday that their mission is to field a winning team now that they own the Tampa Bay Rays and to build a stadium in the, quote, region. I don't care what they want. If it could have gotten done before, it would have been done before the Zalupskis were in charge, and they're going to run into the exact same problems that Stu ran into.
First of all, I don't think that's such a hot take. I don't think that's such a hot take. I mean, it's Stu Sternberg at one point was very popular over in Tampa, and he couldn't get a stadium built. Why is this new group suddenly going to get 100 acres of land in downtown Tampa where Stu Sternberg couldn't do it even when he was popular? So it's not that hot of a take. Is it a good take? I think it's a good take. So I'm going to give that I'll give that a C.
Okay, feeling it. The Heisman favorites right now include Carson Beck, Dante Moore, the quarterback at Oregon, Ty Simpson, and Jeremiah Smith, the wide receiver out of Ohio State. This is the least buzz that I have heard around a Heisman list in years and will likely go down by the end of the year as one of the worst Heisman Award years in college football history.
College football history?
Recent college football history. I'm not debating the 20s with anyone.
Okay. Again, the take it's a legitimate take. It's a legitimate take, so you get an A on that. The heat of the take, though, again, I don't think it's really that hot of a take. I've heard a lot of people say that thus far. So, I mean, it's not like it's your hot take at all. So I'm going to give an A and a D, which would make that, I'll give that a B minus.
Yeah. Okay. We're getting better. We're getting hotter. You can't start with your hottest takes. You got to kind of build up a little bit of steam. Mike, if hockey, who got started yesterday, breaking news that happened, if hockey, who wants to grab the attention of the American sports audience to start the season, they need their own version of the NBA's in-season tournament and start that right out of the gate, Four Nations style. Just get it going immediately. Start with a tournament that grabs people's attention rather than just sort of tossing the puck out there on the middle of a Tuesday when nobody cares about hockey. Start the season with a tournament.
That's a hot take. You get an A for the heat of the take. It's not a good take, though. It's not a good take. Why would you ruin the excitement of the beginning of the season? Not ruin it.
Ruin it.
Not ruin it. Why would you? I mean, the Four Nations tournament's a very popular tournament, and it's in the middle of the season when people are getting, sort of a mundane time of the season. So why not save that until then? There's going to be buzz at the beginning of the hockey season, no matter what. In the cities,
there's buzz right now.
In the cities where there's hockey, yes, there's buzz.
About as much buzz as a dead bumblebee right now.
There was buzz in South Florida last night when they began the season. I'm sure every other hockey franchise had a buzz. I mean,
about as much buzz as a non-alcoholic O'Doul's.
Guess what? If they were to begin the hockey season with the Four Nations tournament, we're still not talking about it over here, okay? Colin Coward's still not talking about it.
All of our analysis is off the baseline of just Colin talking about it.
No, I'm saying the national media and media where there's no hockey teams, they're not going to talk about them.
You don't think Stephen A. Smith is breaking down the Four Nations tournament to open the season?
Not at all. Not at all. Bad take. You're getting a D for that.
I don't think they should, and for the record, I don't think they should do the Four Nations tournament at the start of the year. I think they should come up with a different tournament for the start of the year. Leave Four Nations where it is.
Now you're gonna have two in-season tournaments.
Yeah. After his fake retirement announcement,
if you have to have all of these in-season tournaments to create interest in your regular season, maybe you should change your regular season then. Shorten it and make it more intimate.
And you know what hockey fans are saying? Good. Don't watch our sport. We don't want you anyway.
Right.
Gatekeepers. After his fake retirement announcement this week, LeBron James has lost all credibility with basketball fans and will have to retire quietly like Tim Duncan.
Okay. That's a hot take. You get an A for the hot take, but it's no.
Come on.
It's not a good take. That's an F take because nobody but like people like you even paid attention to LeBron's decision. Did you hear what JJ?
What was that supposed to be?
Did you hear
people like you?
Did you hear what JJ Redick told the Lakers media out there? He goes, "You guys bought into that? You're a bunch of idiots," is what he said.
Okay, JJ.
You're a bunch of idiots.
JJ, who reads Chat GPT every day to get his daily dose of knowledge out of here.
C.
JJ.
You get a C.
So we were talking about lasagna yesterday. Lasagna noodles, by the way, are a thing. We said lasagna, not a noodle. We had agreed on consensus on that. There are lasagna noodles that you can buy at the grocery store. But my take is this. Lasagna is the perfect food. Noodles, meat, sauce, two different types of cheese, mozzarella and ricotta if you're doing it right. It heats up well as leftovers. You can take it with you. It's stow and go. Take it to work. You can even eat it in the car if you need to because it's nice and boxy like that in a little work container.
Well,
lasagna is the perfect food.
Well, what about nutrition? It's not good for you.
Not good for you. It's got carbohydrates. It's got dairy.
Cheese.
It's got all the little spinach in there. It's got all the major food
Lasagna
groups.
is bad for you. So
Meat, got protein.
For it to be the perfect food, it has to be healthy. It's not healthy. It's,
just eat less.
It's fattening. So that's a D take. That's a D take.
I want a new teacher.
Huh? Because it's not the perfect food because it's not healthy. And it's also not the perfect food because you said you can eat it in the car. What do you get? You got your fork out in the car?
Yeah, if you need to, you get a little plastic fork. They make to-go forks.
Oh, that's safe. That's safe.
I'm not saying while you're driving. But like if you pulled up somewhere, like, hey, I want to eat my lasagna real quick. It's good cold. It's good hot. It's the perfect food.
Really not good cold either.
Well, it's not as good cold, but you can get it. If you need to get it done, you can.
Help. Yeah, you need to. I hope this last one is a good one.
No, that was it. That was
the last one.
This wasn't my best week. I'm going to be honest, but I also think that you were a tough grader today.
Okay.
Did I get any A's? Oh my God. This is like high school. This is like high school all over again.
No, I think I get.
No, you said that my LeBron that the heat was an A, but then the quality of it was not. So you downgraded it.
Yeah, I gave you C. B minus was your highest grade.
I don't think this report card's going on the refrigerator, folks. Coming up next, we want to hear from you. Hit us up on the iHeartRadio Talkback. We are raging about all things social media today here on Game On. We'll get to your responses and a trivia question for UCF West Virginia tickets right after this.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be back right after this.
This right here is the best time of year to be a sports fan. There's an A-plus take for you. Baseball, postseason, football season in full swing. The NBA is around the corner, and yes, hockey has started up as well. All available over on Hard Rock Bet. Sign up at $5 on any game. If it wins, you can also score $150 in bonus bets. Get the party started over on Hard Rock Bet. I got the over on this Mariners-Tigers game we just got to run across. All of that action available on Hard Rock. Parlays, teasers, props, whatever your flavor is for the football season. Hard Rock has all the toppings to make that sports action ever so sweet. The app is safe, slick, reliable, updated to the second, and payouts are lightning quick. Head to Hard Rock Bet and roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Mortgage rates keep going down and inventory's up, and the Nickley Group is helping buyers save an average of $24,000 by negotiating rate buydowns, seller concessions, and the Hometown Heroes program, where first responders, teachers, nurses can save up to $25,000 in down payment and closing costs. And when you buy through the Nickley Group, you're not just getting a house, you're getting a team, free moving trucks, free home warranty, and more. Download their free buyer's guide at thenickley.com. If you want to buy or sell quickly, just call Nickley.
Afternoon traffic starting to pile up on the major roadways. You're going to start getting caught up here on I-4 westbound through that World Drive area. Florida's Turnpike southbound before Osceola Parkway. There's a crash getting cleared up on the ramp from Michigan Street to I-4 eastbound. The left turn lane's blocked on Colonial Drive eastbound at Doris Drive. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Cue the easy button because it's officially Easy Deal Days at Staples. Now through October 11th, save up to 40% off over 1,000 products from tech, chairs, luggage, and more. Head to your local Staples store or staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text free.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
Wow, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Crossing the finish line, nothing like it. But for the accident attorneys at Farah & Farah, one thrill beats them all.
It's the thrill of the win. Lining up all the facts so the truth is clear. Yeah, we're built for that.
Farah & Farah, Orlando.
Welcome to Embers Only on iHeartRadio Orlando, brought to you by Curtis Cigar Company. Step inside the luxury cigar lifestyle with our cigar of the week. And this week's cigar is a big boy, the Corona Intensa FSG Torpedo. And the price is right. I'll tell you in a minute. This has been really their go-to cigar for people who like really full-flavored, really full-bodied cigars. And what you have here is a big boy cigar. Really incredible. Florida sun-grown Corojo tobacco, Nicaraguan fillers, beautiful Nicaraguan wrap. And what you have is a spicy, delicious monster of cigar. Smokes great. If you're looking for that top quality, bold cigar, the Intensa is the choice, and the price is right. Only $109.95 for a box. That's 50% off. So grab it today. It's the Corona Intensa FSG Torpedo, and it is your cigar of the week. Thanks so much for joining us for Embers Only. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Downtown, Heathrow, Sand Lake, Sarasota, Tampa, and always online at coronacigar.com. staples.com.
October baseball is here. The baseball postseason is in full swing, and BetOnline is your #1 source to get closer to the action. From first pitch to the final out, BetOnline gives you more ways to play with the latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game wagering. Also catch every pro and college football game, cage fighting, and hockey futures all in one place. Lastly, don't miss their VIP program with level up bonuses, cash boosts, and exclusive rewards. Head to BetOnline today, because at BetOnline, the game starts here.
Cue the easy button, because it's officially easy deal days at Staples. Now through October 11th, save up to 40% off over 1,000 products from tech, chairs, luggage, and more. Head to your local Staples store or staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
A clutch performance is great on the football field, but when it comes to your freedom, clutch play from your legal representation is vital. When your freedom's on the line, you need Trey Flynn in your corner. Trey is a board-certified criminal defense attorney with 18 years of criminal defense experience. Trey's record speaks for itself. He defends DUI cases, serious felonies, and will fight tooth and nail to protect your rights and your future. Visit TreyFlynn.com or dial 407-557-6350. Arrested today? Call Trey.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The free iHeartRadio app makes your car radio jealous.
Live radio presets, lyrics for songs, and the most podcasts on the planet.
Plus, it all fits in your pocket.
Your car radio can't do that.
Make sure the free iHeartRadio app is on your smartphone now.
The #1 app for radio.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
I'm a beer fanatic, so I don't settle for anything less than the best. And the folks at Hourglass Brewing deliver quality, consistency, everything I'm looking for in a good beer. With that neighborhood charm at their 2 Orlando locations, Hourglass Brewing is a first-class brewery from the same one that cranks out Zoneheads 35 once per year. But it's more than that. They crank out the hits on the daily. 25-plus Hourglass beers on tap every single day. Stop by for happy hour. $3 I4 iSource citrus lagers from 4 to 6 p.m. all day on Mondays. They even have wines, seltzers, ciders, something for everybody. Cozy up to the bar, get to know their friendly staff. Hourglass is a welcoming watering hole for the entire Orlando community, and they have a location right near downtown Orlando as well, on top of the one right around the corner from me in Longwood. This isn't mass-produced. This is craft. Fresh ingredients, local pride, and a taste that you can actually savor. So next time you need to unwind, skip the ordinary and raise a glass to the extraordinary. Raise a glass to Hourglass Brewing.
#1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. WYGM Orlando, WJRR, HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Free never sounded so good.
This is Paulo Banchero with the Orlando Magic, and you're locked into Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
This segment right here brought to you by Burn Pest Control. Joe's team doesn't just treat the pest problem, they solve it. Keep your home protected from the bugs all year long with Burn Pest. Tell them that Brandon Kravitz and Mike Bianchi sent you by. Get 10% off of your initial service at burnpest.com. I am locked into this game right now. 3-3, bottom of the 5th, Mariners, Tigers.
I am locked into trying to make a fantasy trade.
You should hear Mike Bianchi during the commercial breaks. My God, if it looks like we're arguing with each other, it's because we are over Isaiah Pacheco and his drop ability.
How bad is my team that Kravitz is telling me you can't drop Isaiah Pacheco?
Good. I just think it's a little hasty.
Good God.
If there's ever somebody that I'm going to drop that I think is immediately going to get scooped up, I don't drop them.
How bad is my team that I'm having to go pick up Bryce freaking Young off the waiver wire?
What's your record in this league?
1-4.
1-4. Yeah, you're screwed.
I'm the Dolphins.
I'm the Dolphins. This is not looking good for you. But what is looking good is our talkback line. You can hit us up in the Rage Cage. We're raging about all things social media today, and Brian got us going.
Depends on how you use social media. Like I use it as a scrapbook to look back on fond memories, like the game on draft night where my wife and I picked the absolute worst fantasy football team in the history of fantasy football.
I remember
However,
that.
what upsets me is I have friends that have been broke their entire life and they feel the need to show their gambling winnings and their brand new car that they should not be buying. And it just upsets me. Self promotion. I
Yeah, Brian got cut off by the talkback, but he's right about that. And we appreciate him coming out to the draft event. It does depend on how you use it. The scrapbook concept, that is a way that I have at least sold myself
That's
on
what
the idea.
Facebook was supposed to be. It was supposed to be, hey, your friends and family, hey, here's the family picture of the new baby.
Right. Yeah. I post pictures of my kid all the time.
Right.
And I do it not so much so other people can see him, but so that because you have so many photos on your phone, it's nice to get the reminder from Facebook. Hey, 2 years ago, this is what you were doing on this day. And I always think that that's really cool. But
he brings up a good point about what did he say?
Self-promotion and when you see irresponsible spending from people that don't have money, you look at some of the purchases people make and you go, I just start imagining the debt that they're in because I know the jobs they have.
Yeah. But just the ego, the social media creates it makes people have this unhealthy ego. Like again, something happens in the world and you feel you have to go on and share your opinion on it. Share your opinion. Or again, you're out to dinner, all right? Or you're making dinner at home and you feel that you need to take a picture of your dinner to show people what you're eating. I told this story when I had my open mic. A buddy of mine in Gainesville, one night, there's a picture, a plate of food, all right, that he'd made at home. He goes, and it wasn't some fancy meal. He wasn't out to dinner at Burns Steakhouse over in Tampa. Baked chicken and green beans for dinner tonight. And he had a picture of his baked chicken and his green beans. Why? That is just ego right there. Like, everybody wants to know I'm having baked chicken and green beans
I think,
tonight.
maybe you worked hard on that chicken. I do think that to your point about the ego, people overestimate how much other people care about what they have going on. Even in serious situations, this is one that bothers me that probably shouldn't. But people during a hurricane season, when a hurricane is coming, and now Facebook has this feature where you can mark yourself safe so that people in your family and your friend group know that you're good with the storm, which is important. And it's cool that Facebook put that in. But I will see people that are hours away from any sort of impact mark themselves safe. Nobody cares. You're not even close to it. You're not even close. Or the people that will post, hey guys, I'm taking a break from social media. Just take a break. We would never have noticed. Would have never noticed. That's the kind of stuff that drives me crazy, and that's all ego.
What about this? Another acquaintance of mine. This was a couple months ago. He's going in to have surgery. Okay. Gotta have the selfie of you on the bed in the hospital with your gown on and your little hat on. Well, why?
Probably followed by a GoFundMe link.
Why?
Can you guys help me pay for this, please?
Why are you posting a picture of you about to go into surgery?
Oh, man. Text in right now your chance to win today's prize. UCF West Virginia tickets. Text the answer to this question. How many touchdowns has UCF scored against Big 12 competition this season? How many touchdowns? Text in right now. If you get the answer correct, you could be the winner. Bet it or forget it coming up in 60 seconds.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz is back. Time to see if they're ready to put their money where their mouth is. Let's get into another round of Bet It or Forget It.
Top of the 5 o'clock hour, the world famous daily segment, Bet It or Forget It, brought to you by the leader in peer-to-peer betting across the world, Better Edge. Fight the juice with the premier social betting platform that is Better Edge. Game markets available in hockey, baseball, NFL. Pick winners, pick totals, bet every matchup the way that you want. Beat Brandon is the promo code. Sign up, get $20 upon your first arrival at betteredge.com or on the Better Edge app. The answer to the question, how many touchdowns does UCF have this year against Big 12 competition? Any guesses, Mike? 2 games so far, both against teams from Kansas.
I'm going to go 5.
They have 4 so far. We have a couple of correct answers on the text line, so go ahead and pluck a winner. UCF West Virginia tickets next Saturday at the Bounce House. This Saturday, they'll be playing Cincinnati. I will be at Elixir in downtown Orlando if you want to come and hang out for our Yingling watch party that starts at noon.
Elixir's got this outdoor area with this huge screen. And I'm sure that's where they'll have most of the watch party too.
Yeah, we had our company Christmas party there last year. It was a fantastic environment. All right, Prodigy, hit the music. Let's kick things over to the Bulldog.
It is time for the critically acclaimed, wildly popular game show, Bet It or Forget It. Let's start with the Tampa Bay Rays. Patrick Zalupski, the Jacksonville developer who heads the new ownership group, met with the media yesterday. Zalupski said the ownership's goal is to have a new ballpark in Tampa Bay ready for opening day 2029. He said the Rays are open to any viable location that meets the ownership group's criteria. The criteria, by the way, is a site that includes roughly 100 acres that would support retail shops, bars, restaurants, and other amenities along with a domed stadium. Bet it or forget it. You agree with me that Patrick Zalupski doesn't give a flying flip about baseball. He is a land developer by trade and bought the baseball team just to get his grubby little mitts on 100 acres of prime real estate in downtown Tampa.
If he moves the team to Orlando, I will say forget it. But for now, bet it. You go ahead and you gobble up all of that Tampa land for nefarious reasons, Mr. Zalupski. You had your opportunity to move it over here, and it looks like you're not going to do that, and I'm upset about it. The dream is dead for Orlando. That team is not moving, okay? They seem uber committed.
You think they could get 100 acres of real estate in Tampa? I don't know. I don't
know about that, but you ask for something, like you just submitted a fantasy trade request. Right. You ask for the world, and then you hope to land on something a little bit less. We'll see what they end up with. But real estate moguls are going to real estate mogul, and that's what this guy seems to be doing. He wants to gobble up the space. I would just say that putting bars and restaurants around your stadium, while it sounds nice, we have not proven yet. They haven't proven in the city of Tampa or St. Pete that they will legitimately support a baseball team with a large audience. And if you don't have that game in and game out, you ain't getting Wrigleyville around Wrigley Field. It's a different sort of situation. So I think they'll probably end up just building apartments just so they can cash in on the area.
Amid a 2-3 start to Bill Belichick's tenure at North Carolina, the team has scrapped plans for a documentary series chronicling the season with Hulu. All right. The series, which was set to follow UNC for the entire season, was actually UNC's second crack at a documentary. HBO's Hard Knocks was also scrapped. I'm sorry. HBO and now Hulu have scrapped it. Bet it or forget it. If North Carolina had it to do over again, they would not have hired Bill Belichick.
I would say bet it. I think they regret it.
Bet it or regret it.
Yeah. I've been reading a bunch of tweets from Pat Welter. We should probably bring him back on the show because he's been reporting a lot of interesting stuff. One of them is that UNC players have apparently been selling their spare game tickets. I mean, they're just trying to cash in as they can because they know that this is a sinking ship. So they're trying to sell their tickets. There have been some
players have always sold tickets.
It's just it's just like every little news story that you hear that's coming out of UNC is something surrounding the fact that it ain't working. I think this one, it says some now are reluctant to share new information as internally Belichick's staff is trying to find the leak. So now there's leaks within the building. You have players selling tickets. It's just, you have canceled documentaries. Everything that could be going wrong.
Coach got suspended as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
It's just like every little thing that can go wrong is going wrong with this program right now. And I think UNC is probably thinking, what did we get into here?
Right. Speaking of struggling college football programs, Colorado coach Deion Sanders will undergo a medical procedure. In fact, today, I think he's undergoing the medical procedure in hopes of being back at practice tomorrow or the day after. He complained about his legs again during the game against TCU. He ended up coaching one of the, I think it was the fourth quarter. He had to take his shoe off because, again, his feet were hurting so bad. He thinks he has blood clots again. We all know blood clots have been an issue with him. He got 2 toes amputated at one point when he was at Jackson State. Bet it or forget it. When you combine his poor health with his poor team, this will be Deion's last year at Colorado.
Ooh. I'll say forget it.
Forget about it.
I think he loves coaching. And I don't think he has upped his stock enough to go anywhere else. But I'm sure that Colorado still appreciates what Deion has brought to them with the attention and relevance and the dollars that have followed that. So I don't think they'd want to move off of him. I think he loves it enough to figure out a way, even if there's health concerns, to still get out there and be on the sideline. It's not looking great.
He also had bladder cancer as well.
I hope he's doing okay. And I thought that by now he would be one of the hottest commodities in college football. I think a lot of us thought that he would have worked himself up to be one of those guys that could take a premier job.
Right.
Have these ADs tripping over themselves to bring in the Deion experience, and it doesn't seem like that's happening.
Dallas Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones has been fined $250,000 by the NFL for his, quote, inadvertent obscene gesture toward fans at MetLife Stadium. On Sunday, videos on social media showed Jones quickly flashing his middle finger during the Cowboys' 37-22 victory over the Jets. Jones claims he was trying to give a thumbs up to Cowboys fans and raised the wrong finger. All right? Bet it or forget it. He's old and probably has arthritis in his fingers and didn't know which finger he was actually raising.
Bet it. I actually believe him.
I did too.
I listened to the clip. He was on his weekly radio show, and he didn't sound sarcastic to me. He sounded.
In fact, the host was sort of laughing.
They were laughing. If you listen to the clip, it sounds like a joke only because the hosts are laughing as he's saying, and he's going, "No, guys, I'm being serious." He's 82 years old. I've never been 82 before, but I imagine my fingers aren't always going to do what I ask them to do when I'm 82 years old. Maybe he was going with some people kind of.
Yeah, I can see it too.
You put your hand out and the thumb goes up, and then, some fingers don't extend. And all of a sudden, you see me on the stream, I'm giving everyone the finger right now, but I believe him.
Hey, I'm getting old. Sometimes when you get older, you just don't know which body part will work and which one won't.
Whoa, up. You've been listening to too much Taylor Swift.
All right. Odell Beckham Jr. has accepted a 6-game suspension for violating the NFL's policy on performance-enhancing drugs delaying the star receiver's comeback attempt. Beckham announced his pending suspension during an appearance on the Pivot podcast, which was published in an interview on Tuesday. The receiver is a free agent, failed a PED test last season while he was a member of the Miami Dolphins. Bet it or forget it. If he hadn't announced it himself, nobody would even know.
Oh, bet it. No idea. No idea he was still. I thought he retired.
He's
not a clue. Jaden actually told me that yesterday. There you go. There's a point for you, Jaden. He always wants to break news to me.
Yeah.
I asked when he was on the Miami Dolphins. I didn't even know he was on the Dolphins at some point.
He was not all of last year, right?
Yeah, it was part of the year, and then they had moved off. We got all excited. Like, Tyreek Hill, Odell Beckham Jr., Jalen Waddle, who's stopping this offense?
His last 3 stops have been like, why do people still get excited when Odell Beckham Jr.
He had that one catch over his head.
That one? Like 10 years ago?
That's about it.
And that is Bet It or Forget It.
Up next, 2-minute drill. Early exit for us today. We'll wrap up the show next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Let me tell you something. In football, a winning season comes from a great game plan, and that's exactly how the Nickley Group sells homes. Central Florida homes are moving fast and for top dollar, but only if you've got the right team behind you. The Nickley Group looks at your specific zip code, your equity position, and your timeline, then gives you the best options, including their guaranteed cash offer. I've seen sellers take that offer and close in 2 weeks, stress-free. Others hit the open market and set record prices. That's what makes them the #1 real estate team in Central Florida. For a guaranteed offer on your home, visit thenicklygroup.com. That's thenicklygroup.com. If you want to buy or sell quickly, you know what to do. Just call Nickley.
Now, it's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. That's check. Enter it now online at 969thegame.com.
Honest, trustworthy, out for your best interest. Not things often said about roofing companies, but do yourself a favor and spend a moment researching Eustace Roofing. You'll find that those thoughts and those reviews are said all over the place. That's how they've been able to serve the Central Florida community the way that they have over the past 60 years. And this Halloween, get ready for the scary good deals, a spooktacular savings event with Eustace Roofing, $1,500 off of your roof replacement. Go ahead and find them online. Give them a call. Tell them that Brandon Kravitz sent you by. Eustace Roofing isn't just local. They're all over Orlando and Central Florida. It's a small town service serving all of Orlando. Visit them online, eustaceroofing.com.
Traffic slowing down due to an accident on the Greenway northbound approaching Colonial Drive. On Colonial Drive, there's a crash eastbound before Goldenrod Road. It's bumper to bumper on I-4 westbound getting through that World Drive area. Stop and go on Florida's Turnpike southbound before US 192. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-847.